When it comes to the stock market, when it comes to the cryptocurrency market, we usually only focus on one of them. We're not necessarily looking at what's happening on a macroeconomic level across the globe. And guys, it is getting pretty dark out there. The storm is starting to brew, and we're seeing things that we haven't seen in the last 2 decades. If you look at the Euro USD, that is the currency pair or the Forex pair between the Euro and the US dollar, we have what we haven't seen in over 20 years. The Euro USD is at its lowest level in over 2 decades, and it is all surrounding fears of a recession. Not a recession here in the United States, but a recession over in the Eurozone. A recession over there that is being caused potentially by some of the same stuff that we're seeing over here. Out of control inflation, just interest rates that are going to get wildly high, and people are unprepared for what is next. Guys, I do want to talk about in this video, some of the major downfalls that we can see if things really do spiral out of control. It's not a doom and gloom video, but it is a prepare for the worst. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Prepare for what could happen if things do continue to decline. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2022 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. And look, if you're brand new to investing, you don't know how or where to buy stocks and crypto, you got a link in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Any deposit, you guys are getting 6 free stocks, $1 crypto trade, get you $5 in free crypto. And yes, buy the dip, but this dip could absolutely keep on dipping, right? We're buying the dips now. But anyway, we got to focus on some macroeconomics here. If we only look at the crypto market, we can see that it's been declining since November. If we only look at the stock market, we can see that it's been declining since November. If we look at the global economic market, we can see that things have been going out of control since November. What we have now is inflation that is at some of the highest points that we have seen in the last several decades. Interest rates will have to increase to battle this inflation. And we have a euro against the US dollar that is at the lowest point that it has been in the last 20 years. The DXY, if you guys follow the spot index for the dollar, it is at the highest level that it has been in the last 20 plus years, and it is on fear, it is on speculation, it is on this idea that the US dollar is a safe haven. And I hate to break it to you, but if you're in the euro area right now and you're buying the dollar because the euro is falling, if you're anywhere buying the dollar because you believe it's a safe haven, things are bad here too. Things here in the United States are no better than they are in the euro area. They're no better than they are in Japan. They might not even be any better than they are in Venezuela, Argentina, and Turkey at this point. We too have inflation that is wildly out of control. It's at 8.6% right now with no signs of slowing down. We've got interest rates that could be raised indefinitely to fight this inflation. We've got our own problems. And what makes it even worse is that the global economy always falls back onto the United States as this safe haven during times of unrest. There's a lot of unrest here as well. So looking at this, we have a situation right now where you are typically narrow-minded. If you're looking at the stock market, maybe you're investing in a handful of stocks, and therefore you forget, you get tunnel vision, you forget to look at the overall stock market. If you're invested in the cryptocurrency market, you might only be looking at Shiba Inu coin or a couple cryptos that we talk about on here all the time, right? But you fail to look at the entire cryptocurrency market and the economic releases and the economic calendar that is out there and why things are falling in the first place. We look at inflation on a daily basis. We look at interest rates on a daily basis, and we're using them as a gauge to determine when the fundamentals that are driving things lower right now in both cryptocurrency, in stocks, in the global economy, when these things begin to improve is when we could be near a bottom. Now let's add recession talk to the mix. Guys, we are in a recession. Okay, a recession is basically 2 quarter after quarter periods, 2 consecutive quarters where GDP contracts. We are in a recession. We're just not in a recession where companies are laying people off yet. We're just not in a recession where big spending is down yet. What we have right now is a recession simply based on the definition. 2 consecutive quarters of GDP contraction. Now, if the euro is at its lowest level in over 20 years, lower than the 2008 financial crisis, you have to go back to 2002 before you saw levels where the euro USD was trading at $1.02. You have to go back 20 years to see the DXY, the dollar spot index, above 106 points. It is incredible that we are neglecting to see the overall economic factors that are going on here and really how distressed the global economy is. Guys, yes, there's a lot going on. And there's a lot of supply chain issues. And people can go back and argue all day long whether it's a demand issue with too much money that was printed, whether it's a supply issue with too little supply out there and supply chain hiccups with all of these lockdowns that are going on. When the fact of the matter is, there's problems on both sides, right? There has been a ton of money, more money printed than in the history of mankind. And then you've got the supply chain issues as well. And you guys can argue back and forth all day long on why they're necessary and why we. Here's the problem though. Whether or not it was a good decision, that part is in the past. We absolutely need to get through what is happening on a global economic scale right now, or things are going to deteriorate. They are going to get worse. This recession is going to take over the news. And then when the news feeds you this idea of a recession all day long, it's going to get worse. Guys, there's so much fear in the markets right now. There's so much uncertainty out there. There's so much going on in terms of whether or not our economy is going to begin growing again that it almost doesn't seem like it's meant to at this point in time. We're sitting here on the brink of a global economic crisis, and it's beginning to play out. We're seeing levels that we have not seen in 20 plus years in the Euro USD, levels that we have not seen in the dollar spot index in 20 plus years. Don't forget about the Great Recession. Don't forget about 2007 and 2008. We're talking prices that we didn't even see back then. Guys, the stock market decline, the crypto market decline, talks of a recession, people, businesses getting prepared for these pullbacks. It's concerning, okay? Let me put it that way. It's concerning, and I do believe that if it continues in the same direction, we are going to have a lot of growing pains to go through before we see that next bull market. I want to know what you guys think, though. Down in the comments below, is this getting a little out of hand? Or do you think that all of this fear is indicative of a bottom? Let us know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. If this button right here is still red, make sure to click it, subscribe to the channel, join us, become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. You guys got ClayBro883 on Twitter and Instagram. You're getting 6 free stocks on Webull. And until the next time, each and every one of you have an awesome day.